Welcome back to Orange Hat Reviews. The actress Naomi Ackie, who is playing in Star Wars Episode 9, Rise of Skywalker, she got advice from Kelly Marie Tran, Rose Tico, from Episode 8, and I figured I'd do a video on this. When a long-running franchise welcomes a new member, veterans will often offer their input and experience with Star Wars Rise of Skywalker star Naomi Ackie confirming that Kelly Marie Tran gave her guidance not only about the saga but also how to handle the more toxic members of the fan community. With the actress joining the franchise in its final installment, she also noted that she didn't feel much pressure from fans, given how much time has passed between when she was focused on making a movie and when fans would react to it. Star Wars Rise of Skywalker's in theaters on the 20th. I think watching the experience of Kelly Marie Tran and talking to her, I got a lot of inspiration from her about how to grow a thicker skin when it comes to people's opinions of not just your work, also who you are. Aki shared with Metro, "There's a difference. That's challenging, but I'm fired up. I feel good about it ultimately. Few fandoms are as passionate as Star Wars fans, which comes as a double-edged sword. When those fans like something, they love it, and when they dislike something, they hate it. In the time since production wrapped, Aki had been able to mentally prepare for the reactions to the adventure. Luckily, there's so much time between knowing what you're doing, or that you're doing the film, preparing for it, filming it, editing, and reshoots. You have so much time to contemplate all that stuff, but at this point I feel like I'm in a good place, I'm ready for people to see it, and hey, I think it's going to be great. If people don't like it, they don't like it, and if they don't like me, that's alright." That's a very mature response. Very mature. Prior to the release of The Last Jedi, the most divisive component of the Star Wars franchise was the prequel trilogy, as the fans who grew up with their original films felt detached from the films that were directed towards a younger generation. Oh my gosh. With The Last Jedi, writer-director Rian Johnson aimed to reinvent everything fans had expected from the series in order to push the series forward. You mean push his own agenda, which left some audiences disappointed. Which left most audiences disappointed. Fans who were disappointed with the film directed their ire mainly at Johnson, though some of the more toxic members, there's that word again, of the community directed their anger at Tran, harassing her with sexist and racist remarks. The harassment was so overwhelming that Tran ultimately deleted her social media channels as to avoid hateful remarks. Where is the proof of all of this? You see, they're putting little blue lettered links to other things, but when it comes to Kelly Marie Tran being bullied off of social media, there is no links to anything. Where's the proof? I mean, seriously. But hey, this is a lesson basically to not just Naomi Ackie and Kelly Marie Tran, but to all celebrities, including the older ones and the newer ones that have such thin skin they can't help but get on to social media and blast people for having a difference of opinion. You are going to be a public figure. If you are not prepared for what happens when you are a public figure, namely negative criticism, you shouldn't be a public figure. You're going to be judged by people. You are going to be ridiculed by people that don't like your content. Now, I'm not going to say that she did a bad job. I haven't even seen episode 9 yet. I'm going to so I can give it an honest review, but it's not going to get my money. I have ways of making sure it doesn't, legally. As for Kelly Marie Tran getting bullied off of Facebook or social media, you know what? If Anthony or Ahmed Best, he contemplated suicide because everybody hated Jar Jar Binks. A bunch of other actors and actresses fired back at people saying that you're nothing but sexist and homophobes or whatever for many different reasons because they can't take negative criticism. You are a public figure. You are going to do stuff that doesn't satisfy everyone. You have to get that in your head, and you have to understand that you are going to have to deal with this stuff. How you deal with it depends on you. If you are mature, you'll be able to deal with it fine. If not, well, then maybe you need a safe space and somebody to hug you and tell you everything's going to be alright. But I guarantee you, if you are a person that needs a hug every time somebody says your performance sucked, well, guess what? Perhaps you shouldn't be acting. I'm going to give it to you blunt, folks. All these actors, actresses, producers, directors firing back at at people who ask them questions or criticize them. And yes, I will admit there are some people I have seen give very nasty comments to these actors and actresses, directors and whatnot. Best thing to do is just ignore them. You ignore them and give them no power over you. That's how you do it. Anyway, folks, that's the video. I want to know what you guys think of all this. Let me know down in the comments below. You all know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. This has been Orange Hat Reviews. I'll catch you all on the next one.